Hey guys, I love what Todd said because I am the old guy in pajamas every time. Matter of fact, if I'm not in shorts, I'm in pajamas simply because I work from home these days. And I decided to take a page out of David Say's book because he said that he had behind him over the weekend on his stream. He was actually streaming behind him on the TV, but nobody could see it. And I purposely tilted my camera up so that you can see that I'm streaming myself. And what's funny is I'm looking at it, and YouTube's usually 7 seconds delayed. Well, that YouTube's even longer delayed. So let's see. Yeah. Gilly said it's over there, which is the thing that I always say on our streams. If somebody's like, where is such and such? I'm like, it's over there. Just look. And hey, Eric, welcome. So not sure how long this is going to take, but I did not build the, where did I put? I did not put the hinge on and put this onto the body of the bus. So rather than flapping my gums for very long, I'm going to go ahead and change cameras and start working. Of course, it would help if I hit, instead of hitting stop camera, I hit change camera. And it is very odd the way that the HDMI card works with the ZV-1, that picture that was all pixelated and everything. That happens when I first hook up to the camera. If I change it from 720 to 1080 or 1080 to 720, it clears it. How's it going, Blue Streak? Welcome. So let me go ahead and open this up. I looked at it. There's like 17 parts, not counting screws. There's a bunch of screws, so I spread these out. There's should be 9 different types of screws.
I think Eric's making fun of me. He says the quality is so clear.
I do believe he is. And actually, I'm looking on my screen, and it is. It is very clear. Todd?
It's clear on my screen when I stream. I don't know what it is. It's a laptop. I'm going to take out the backyard and shoot it.
Well, hang on. Let me turn around and look. It is extremely clear on the TV behind me as well.
Dave's here. He says, howdy doodle, everyone. How you, Buck?
Hi, Dave. How's it going? I took a page out of your book. I don't know if you were here to hear that, but behind me is my stream on the TV. And just because, I'm VM. Wow. I guess I have a huge ego. Not only did I put it on the TV behind me, but I tilted it so where when I have the camera in front of me on, it actually sees that and puts Todd's poor camera to shame.
So, hi, Gilly.
Did you say So let me make sure I have all the parts. These are parts, all of this, or a majority of these are going to be parts of the hinges.
Ian says that I am only an advanced level IT person. You can't expect much.
Exactly. The question is, would you have been able to fix the problem I had with my wife's computer?
Probably. I just wouldn't want to.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, Todd.
Thanks, Gilly. Gilly's creeping me.
You're creeping, Todd. So, okay. Got all the parts. Got all the screws. I kind of inventoried them against what is in the book. And so it says to take the VM screws, and these are really, really long screws. And they're red, and run them through these hinge parts. And I'm wondering, that is awesome. This is the right hinge. Let me double check. 61A is Right. So that's the left hinge. There are very tiny letters on there. And then these two pieces will go in here just like this, actually pin side up. And by the way, if you hear any thumping or anything like that, well, right now the noise in the background is my dog eating himself.
What?
Tyson is behind me making a meal of his leg.
Oh. Ian says don't forget to lube your screws.
Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Whether you're being facetious or not, I was going to. It's been a long time since I had to put any screws in this into metal. I'm just labeling the box so I can put away the spare screw. One milligram per pound of dog. We actually have some. It's just that he's not fond of it. And my wife doesn't really. Pardon?
No, I was just going to say, is he doing that thing where they chew on their hands, like between their toes?
Oh yeah, he chews on himself everywhere.
Oh, I know I heard that's a yeast thing, like it's a irritation.
Yeah, well, and sometimes we'll give him a oatmeal bath, and it will help for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Hey Dee, welcome.
Dave says this stage is interesting to say the least with tiny parts.
Yeah.
And D is here. Hey D, darling, honey. Ethan Gents just dropped in to say like and good evening, but he's off to bed and watch back when he can. Well, you got to say goodnight to the darling. Yep. Yeah, Ian says if you buy the dog a pill pocket, you can put him in there. Either yeast or allergies. Yep. And Ian says to soak his paws in apple cider vinegar.
The only problem is he's a very opinionated dog and doesn't like that when we do anything like that to him. Wow, this just does not want to go in there.
Oh, you should definitely zoom in. I wish I had camera controls. See all this tiny work you're doing.
See if I. Oh wait. Yep.
Now you just got to work up there.
No.
D says, night, my darlings. And Eric says, later, sweetheart. Night, D.
My question is, does Karina know? So what I'm doing right now.
This looks like one of those situations where you're going to slip the screwdriver off of the screw, jam it right in your finger.
Yes, I'm working on that. I'll do it in a minute. I tried right there.
Yeah, I always go vertically on those. I'll put the part down on the desk and go straight down so I don't jam myself.
Oh no, it's more fun. You know, that's the thing is it's more fun if you can jam something into your hand and then swear, curse, yell, scream. People come running from everywhere and go, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm just fine."
Is it really modeling if you don't bleed?
No. And so what I just did was I ran this screw in far enough to where it cut the threads all the way through this first part so that I could actually keep going through.
So you're pre-threading them?
Yeah. Because it was not playing nice and I was definitely going to have it pop off and jam through my arm.
Excellent.
That's interesting.
Yep. See, Ian agrees. You're not working until you're bleeding.
Well, there you go. Sometimes you're an idiot. Me, not Ian. Looking at the pictures, and I'm like, Yeah, I have trouble with pictures. I don't understand them. I have put the screw in backwards, put it in from the wrong side, and
Excellent.
had one of the parts upside down.
Ian said, did anyone figure out why I have a Band-Aid on his avatar? No. I guess I never noticed, but he does. And
I did.
Cloud.
Yeah.
It looks like an AWS boo-boo. Cloud damaged. Get it?
Yeah.
Ian said, or Eric says, Ian, how's the tank come along? And Ian says that he's going to start it maybe tomorrow.
So I'm thinking it's because Ian's a modeler and he stabbed himself somewhere.
Sure.
So now that I'm putting these in from the right side, here's what's good. What the really cool part is. The other side is not threaded. The screw will go right in with no problem. Sat there and fought with it from the outside on the other one. Look at that. Right in there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm looking at the camera instead of what I'm doing, and so I dropped right back out. Okay, I've now determined. Yeah, I haven't been all that impressed with the ZV-1 until now, when I can hold this up this close and it's in focus. Right. It is now worth its weight in Twinkies. Todd is too much of a nerd to figure out how many times I've stabbed myself with an X-Acto knife. Ian, if you're gonna cut yourself, you need a scalpel. It's a lot sharper, it's a lot thinner, and if you do it right, you can stab yourself with this, snap the blade off inside.
And they're so sharp, sometimes you never know.
Yeah.
Dave says, yes, the old finger screwdriver trick, done that a few times. Eric says he's looking forward to flying this Saturday night. Yes, I'm going to try to fly the PMDG 737 on Saturday on a live stream. And I haven't flown in more than a year, so we'll see.
I should get on there too and fly with you because I haven't flown flight sim in probably 5 years.
He says, ho he ho, Sir Dave at DS Models.
Once again, have colored screws.
I do like that they pre-painted the screws. That's nice.
Yes. Because you would be insistent that I paint the screws.
I would.
I like the way this hinge goes on here. Goes on like that. And you can see the socket underneath there. There's a pin. Flip it over and screw goes in right there. Stay. This might not be the right tip. No, that'll work. I was going to say it might not be the right cross point.
Christine is here. Hi, Buck, Todd, and all in chat.
Hi, Christine. Welcome. And anybody who wants to see me build a whole ton of seats for the upper deck, go back and watch our stream from yesterday, from yesterday. So like I said, there's the hole for the screw. There's the hole for the pin. God, I love the details on this. Sorry. Squirrel.
Yeah, I just noticed the side of that's printed.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes. I guess that's where you would check the oil. Dave would be able to tell us that. Then it says,
oh, God, look at that print. That's very nice.
I know. Well, here. Let me see if it'll focus.
Oh, God, probably is that printed too?
It is.
Can you read that?
Let me see. Probably not. My eyes are not that good. Actually, yes. Emergency fuel valve under bonnet.
Oh.
That's
I assume this is for Christine. He says, Ian says, you missed Buck telling me how to further injure himself. How to use the scalpel correctly. Yes.
yes.
Okay. Ian says it's a tampo.
What's a tampo?
The printing on the part.
Ah.
I'm sure it's put on like a silk screen.
Yeah, probably. And I remember on 2 out of 3 of the driver's cabs, the printing was not that legible on part of it. Fortunately, the one that I got that was in decent shape, the printing was as well. What was funny was this gap bothered me for a long time until I started watching Dave's streams and I saw that there's supposed to be a gap there. Okay, that's those 2. And I just had a thought, but I don't know where it is. Where is Todd? Say it's over there, because I'm about to say where
it's
is
over there.
It is.
Ian says the technical term is pad printing.
Ah.
Which looks like a big ball of meringue they stick in the print and then carry it over to the part. It's really interesting to watch that happen.
Todd, you were right.
It was over there, wasn't it?
It was right over there. Not to be confused with left over there.
Eric says decals, because that's how Ian says it. Decals, not decals. Decals.
Yeah, that's how most of the Germans, at least, some of the folks from the UK will say decals.
Decals. Yeah, he says it's kind of like a rubber stamp. If you've ever seen it, it looks like a big soft marshmallow on a press, and they just stick it on the silk screen, pick up the ink, bring it over to the part. They do that to print plates.
So this is quite the operation here.
God, those 3 tiny parts.
Oh, yeah. We have 3 pieces here. Let me see what that circle means. Arrange 3 parts as shown, noting the locating peg circled in light blue. Okay, let me see if I can show you this. What they're talking about is you got the 2 locating pegs, one here, and they're saying to make sure that this one here, the one that's closer to the hole, is where this one here goes.
I'm not even going to read it, but Ian's jealous.
About your Franklin Mint plates?
That's right.
Let me put the CM screws over here. I'm actually going to have to put labels in here because otherwise I'm going to start screwing up screws and it just won't work. Trying not to cut myself while I'm opening this bag.
Eric says, "Oh no, he's a plate collector. Probably more like a plate breaker."
Who, you or
I assume he's talking about me.
So let me dip this screw in oil.
Ian says he's waiting for your blood. Eric says intervention. Everybody send me raw meat and guns. Excuse me, guns stat.
You need raw meat and guns, Todd?
I have guns and I eat raw meat. So
well, there you go.
American. Gilly says, before you sign up, Bucky, don't, for it's Turkey Day this week, wish everyone a happy holiday.
Absolutely. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Fantastic. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
That was almost a finger.
It was almost.
I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat.
Not Ian. Ian is sitting back on his $1,000 chair going, this is nice. I almost got it to go in there. This is a little bit the magic word I used in the description, fiddly.
But Ian says, well, at least the parts are already red.
Yeah, true.
Almost blood colored. Yep. You'll never know.
I think that was by design.
Maybe.
Oh, come on. So what I'm going to have to do is it is not playing nice at all with that part. I'm going to have to do the same thing I did last time, but I'm going to do it on both ends of this. Let's see if I can stab myself with 2 screws, not just one.
Ian says, if we don't get a minor finger wound, this is going to be disappointing.
Oh, don't lie, Ian. You're looking for blood gushing. Let's see if I'm hitting the wrong side of this one. There are 2 screw holes, and this is just not playing nice and going in at all.
Ian says he's not sure how well you're going to clot these days.
I'll clot fine. Okay, that's not working. So let me just try this. And yes, I'm trying to use a scalpel to cut wood, metal. Just in case anybody was like, is he really?
Well, most of these parts are zinc, so they're pretty soft.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to do is get this to where I've got at least a little bit of an indent in there that I can start cutting threads through.
Man, go straight down. Oh, the holding thing's nuts. Put it flat on the table. Drill it straight down so you don't catch your finger. Dave says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone from us.
But see, that's the thing, Todd. Everybody's watching it's like NASCAR. Why do you watch NASCAR? Tell the truth. Why do you watch NASCAR?
Okay, well, jam your finger.
Looking for a good accident that you're not involved in.
Yeah, get to watch it live. John Paul's here. Hi, John Paul.
Hey, John, welcome.
Ian says, happy Turkey Day. And Ian also says it's the same reason anybody watches hockey. No, you're going to a fight and there happens to be a hockey game breaks out.
Exactly. I knew a guy one time, way back when I was in college. And he said, he posted, this is before regular email. This was on a college server. We had what they called little links, and you got like 20 little links, which was like 20 kilobytes of storage. We're talking early 80s here. And he posted one time, what happens when you yell movie in a crowded firehouse? You know what happens, right, Todd? Not going to bite?
I was saying, in all the firehouses I've been in, if somebody screams movie, everybody grabs popcorn and goes and sits in the Barca Lounge recliners.
Exactly. All hell breaks loose.
I've seen it. And the dinner bell. That also makes them run. Chest pain? Difficulty breathing? No.
You go sit over there.
It's vastly different. You watch them when there's a medical call versus like a fire. Oh, yeah. One they run, the other one they don't.
I take it they run for the fire?
Oh, yeah. Because they're not as often. The medical calls you get all the time, it's like 70%.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you're not a chest pain person or man. You're a fireman.
It depends, because I'm pretty sure in New York their EMS is separate from the fire department. So you get to do something and not be a paramedic or an EMT. So there's got to be other jurisdictions that are like that. T. Harris says, "Good night, gents. Enjoy your build, Buck." And a good night to all in the chats. He's off to bed. Good
night, D.
Eric.
See ya, the Mara. So after all that work, I'm not done in this this stage.
Oh, now Ian says that EMS is part of FDNY now. They used to be separate, though, weren't they?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, because they had the white vehicles with the blue stripes.
Ah. So now I get to put this little piece on there. Oh, God, I love this camera. Once I get this at least a little bit started, that actually hurts. The pin was in the bottom of my finger, or the pin on the bottom was sticking into my finger. And I'm off. And of course, there's no hole on the other side that I can look into to see if I'm on. That's better. This is actually, you know, full size. This would be quite the hinge. In 1/12 scale, that is quite the hinge. Let me do the same for this one.
Ian says that EMS and FDNY merged about 26 years ago. Well, that makes sense because, you know, I watch all my 80s movies and they are not. So.
Speaking of which, I posted it on Discord yesterday. I watched the best Christmas movie out there last night.
Die Hard?
Of course.
Yeah. Is it because I showed you the Nakatomi Tower?
A little bit of that, a little bit. It's just that season.
Yeah.
And you know, Die Hard 2 is also a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard 3, where they stop having it at Christmas, is where it stops being a series of Christmas movies. That one, does that one move further than that? No, it doesn't. Okay. These would be, like I said, these would be impressive hinges just at full size. Building them at that size is outstanding. By the way, how is my brightness, Todd?
It looks fine. Did
Okay.
you turn it? Is it still at +1?
Nope, I turned it down. When I switched it to HDMI, I turned it down.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because when I had
it's a little dark for me, but that's but it looks okay.
Well, when I first set it up to HDMI, this was sitting on the bench, and it was just a pure blob of white. With it darkened like this, you can actually see the indents. So now we have the handle that goes on here right next to the fuel cutoff.
What does everybody else watching the stream think? Color look okay? Brightness okay?
And there's the D shape. I think everybody else went to sleep. It's just you and me here now.
That's okay.
Yep. Ian said he has the same cheapo paint palette.
Every time I see those, I think that you're gonna color Easter eggs with them.
Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of.
They're really good for acrylic paint.
Ian says the brightness is okay, but not nearly enough blood.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. But you do have quite a lot of scars on your forearms. What are you doing there?
Those?
Is that from working on all the planes?
Yeah, from aircraft. When I was way back when I was an aircraft mechanic. Can't see the most impressive ones I ever got.
Oh boy, leave your clothes on.
Oh no, I'm not going to. Not has nothing to do with taking my clothes off.
Okay, good. The pajamas are bad enough, Buck.
I like pajamas. So,
Ian says he knew you were a cutter.
I am. I cut styrene, cheese.
Oh,
so the base Luke there in Phoenix.
Right.
Well, everybody gets issued gloves, which is good and all that, and you tend to forget because you're always wearing the gloves and you're pick up metal stuff and everything else. You forget that when you go to lean on the airplane, that the strake on the airplane is still really, really hot. I went from normal skin to second-degree burns in about a half a second. Literally blistered up across my forearms.
Is that why those planes have all those hot exhausts, all those signs on them?
Not so much because of Phoenix. Not so much because of Phoenix, more because they are, there's hot exhaust on them. And they spent, I don't know how many millions of dollars to put up pavilions over top the airplane parking spots. Okay, so the way you tell which is which on here, because that one's open a little bit too far. There is a left and a right on these assemblies. That's still, yeah, it's going to move. Come on. So the side with the smaller flange goes to the inside. So this one will go here. If I can get the pin to fall into place. Oh, okay. Would help if I was putting it on the right direction. Where I'm thinking these are going to go towards the back, towards the bus itself. They go towards the front of the hood. And this one will go right here. and I didn't notice until after I'd already put it on there. I put oil on a plastic screw, a screw for plastic. Huh? Hey, it worked. It went in. So there's the first one. I didn't even catch it. Is Mark in this chat tonight?
I don't think I've seen Mark.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I think it's kind of, I feel for the guy because he's working on the VW Samba, and on Sunday, I know he had a pack with no parts to put together. Today he did another one. I didn't catch the video, but he did another stage of part work with no parts.
Yep. The DB5 had a lot of that.
Which one?
The James Bond, the Aston Martin DB5 had a lot of those. It's like, just keep this part for later, move on to the next one. I have one part in the bag. That's it.
Yeah. Well, and that's part of the reason that, you know, I thought about it, I talked about it, and I didn't actually go ahead and work on the Samba because I don't have enough parts to keep me going. Exactly, Ian. Some parts are no work.
Yeah. I know they have to get you parts, but and they'll have some issues that I'm sure he experienced it with the DeLorean, where you have to do one thing or no things, and then the very next issue you have to do 400 things.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like the stages 62 and 63 on this. They still give you parts, but it says don't use these parts. Save them. Because 62 and 63 are attaching. You can't see it. The lower section of the bus to the chassis. 63 and 64 were our seats. So 62 through 64, or 64 and 65, sorry, were seats. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to make you guys sit through 16 seats. Stage 92 on the DeLorean.
He means the DeLorean, yeah.
Yeah.
He says stage 65 will send you a tea bag and say brew it and save it for later. There's a lot of them like that. There's just a lot of issues where it's, you know, you have the Iron Man had like 3 parts. You put one part on and save all the other 2 parts for later. A lot of that.
Yep.
The Iron Man's brutal. It's like I just have piles of parts all over the place. You're building all these sub-assemblies and you don't bring them together until the very end.
Yep. Well, and I have my Iron Man. I'm actually going to start working on it again because I've run out of, I've got 3 plastic boxes full of parts. So I got to get those parts put together, and I figure I don't remember if it's 3 or 4 stages, but those stages will probably take about 15 minutes to put together.
Yeah, it does not take very long.
Yeah.
Ian would like to know what stage includes the drunk homeless guy to put in the back of the bus.
I don't know, which stage are you in, Ian?
Oh, wow. Eric says, I know how you feel, Todd. Starscream is exactly like that. Anybody that's built a part work, everybody here knows what I'm talking about. There's just a lot of nothing issues and then huge issues. I just like having, 2 or 3 things to do is plenty.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to change cameras. Hey, look, I got the right one. Oh, I hate that strobing. I think I got most of it. The strobing is now on me. Because this is where I'm working now. That strobing is going to drive me nuts. Hang on, where's my phone? Not close enough. Echo, turn off patio lights. That's better.
That is better.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm sitting here looking at the YouTube screen, not the not StreamYards. Oh, that one's not going to work. Maybe that one. I have a stack of remotes here. No, that's not doing anything. Okay. To work. So we've got these two here, and they are okay. They're both the same. They're both. There we go. They both have this spot for the hinge to catch on, and a pin. Pin goes to the top. Each of them goes right here, where you can't see because of my fat arm.
Eric's picking on me.
Eric, wrong camera. That's just mean, Todd. When he, when I'm using a Logitech actual webcam, he's like, "Look, Todd, it's clear." That's just mean, Eric. Now, somehow, I think they want me to reach my hand through the wall. Wow. I'm cutting threads in this right now.
Ian says my new name is Mr. 360p.
Well,
I'll just turn my camera off. How's that?
You should be proud of that, Todd. Hang on. I know why. I just realized. It came to me just now why Dave watches. Dave watches me so he can go, at least somebody else suffers through this crap too.
It's a pretty popular build, so.
It is. Well, when I first saw it, I was like, I need that. I have the older version. I think it's 1800s. I have the double-decker tram. Marvel Pixel. Pixelated. It was really mean of Eric to change your name like that this weekend.
Yeah, it's okay.
Todd?
I think it was a Windows update. Because the wireless is fine, but not on that device. Like if I do it from my iPad, I get 500 megs up and down. Same wireless. Yeah. So the laptop was just struggling. I don't know why.
Well, the funny thing is, Todd, you just were like, you took it and you're like, yep, and it's okay. Eric wasn't even on the stream this weekend.
Yeah.
So how did he change your name?
Somebody did. I don't know.
I do. Come on. Yes, I talked to my parts. Come on, get that. You're started. Get the pin in there.
Eric says get off the phone. Todd wants to stream. I thought about it. I thought it could have been the Plex server. I don't know. Ian says he paid Eric to do it. Excellent.
So looking at this, that's gotta be how they have it. They don't say to turn it over, but it sure looks like in the picture they've got it turned over. And so these brackets here are each going to get a DP screw through them to go into here. There's pins on the back here. This time I'm not going to put oil on a screw that's going into plastic. Interesting. This is the first time I've ever had screws that I didn't have spare screws left over. Because right now I have 4 DP screws and 4 holes. Come on. Take up. It's been.
Dave says he loves watching folks build this box. Is actually interested in what the take-up has been with this bus since it's been issued by Agora.
I know that, like I said, as soon as I knew it was available, I went after it.
Well, I know that Agora is doing free shipping through the end of the month on anything that's purchased, and I saw there's like 6 kits that you can actually buy the entire thing, but in the U.S. and Canada only. Like they have 6 kits ready to go that you can buy up front if you want to lay that kind of money out.
Well, that's the thing is, I might if I had the money.
Yeah. So they have the Terminator, the Jaguar, the Cobra, the Super Snake, the Routemaster, the Leopard tank, the A6M Zero Fighter, and the Bismarck are all in full kit mode. So you can buy them all at once. And that would include because I asked Claire about it, and she said that the way the free shipping works is that on if you just sign up for a subscription, pack 1, the shipping is free. So anything the shipping is good. Free shipping is good through the end of the month. So if you get an accelerator pack to start like 4 or 6 issues, that'll be free shipping, or the first issue of your subscription will be free, or the best deal is obviously to buy the full kit because that saves you like $50.
Yeah. Actually, overall, with it being 10 bucks a shipment, that saves you about 110.
Yeah, like, I'll go check because Gilly's asking what's the price on them. 1,300, something like that. Like let's look at the bus. They're doing the full Routemaster with free shipping. The full kit is $13.99. No shipping. So that's that full bus.
Yeah. Oops.
Dave says, likewise, he'd like to know what the feedback is and if I'd actually managed to encourage sales. Well, maybe Agora needs to have like affiliate links so they can track that. You know, so like you have a specialized link that you send and.
Oh no!
What'd you do? Did you break something?
I broke a screw.
Uh-oh. And you said there's no spares of these.
Now these were. Let me see what those were. Those were metal screws. That was a CM. I actually have 2 of those, but here's the interesting part. How am I going to get that sucker out of there?
Oh, did you twisted the head off?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Glue it. That's what I've done. Use the other screw to hold it in. Eric says, how much is the Terminator? Ian says $14.99. That is correct, but I think that might not be accurate because you can't sign up for the subscription 12 or 24 months or even get the first 6 automatically. It says out of stock. So I'm kind of surprised you can buy the whole thing if you can't get the rest of them.
I'm looking at this because there's only 1 screw and a pin.
Oh, I thought it was 2 screws and a pin.
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm working this hinge to where it's not going to put that much pressure on it.
Right.
Because you're right. If it was a bit larger, I'd try to drill it out, but that's a tiny, tiny screw.
Do you keep your screws from your other builds? Can you find something?
Oh, I've got screws that I could replace it with. It's just that I'm not sure.
That's because it's in there. Yeah. You know what? I glue the head on. Just glue. I twisted off a couple screws in the DeLorean, and I'm just like, I'm gluing the head on.
That's what I'm going to do.
You may be screwed. Yes.
Oh, thanks, Ian.
He says you need a tiny, tiny drill bit.
That's it. Ian's done it. He's convinced me that I have to at least try. Because I happen to have CNC drill bits.
Oh, you're going to give it a shot? All right. I want to watch this.
I'm going to try. I'm not going to put it into a drill. No, I'm actually drifting off. I'm going to end up chewing up paint or stabbing myself in the finger with the drill. Ian is now cheering in the background. Do you hear him?
He wanted to see you hurt yourself. Oh yeah, he's right. Those tiny bits, man. I have snapped so many of them, so you got to be careful. Use oil.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, this size is not too bad. These ones here, you look at them wrong and they'll snap.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the thing. I don't know if you hear it. What it keeps doing is popping off of there. That's not going to work. Let me try.
Yeah, he says the PCB, those PCB bits are like glass. They really are. I bought some. I'm like, these will be handy. I can't remember. I was drilling out plastic or something and just snap right off. Any kind of, you just bend the slightest bit, it snaps right off.
Yeah, if you go anything that is what is it? Anything that's smaller than about 2 millimeters is what they just don't last at all.
He recommends to grind it flat first and using a Dremel stone. Oh, that's a lot of work.
It is.
I was super glued it already.
Well, hang on. I got one last thought. Then I'm going to give up.
You do your model.
And glue it. If I can get a hold of it, because it's too small to get even needle nose pliers onto it. No. A little bit of plastic. By the way, I blame this on Dave. Or not Dave, Wayne. Blame this on Wayne, the fact that I use this thing.
How is it Wayne's fault?
Because I saw Wayne doing it. And I was like, that's a good idea.
Ian says to salvage the screw or hole, you may drill it out a tiny bit bigger and then find a slightly thicker screw. And then Dave says, was it really tight in when it snapped off?
It was.
You think you just over-tightened it?
I think so. Well, the part was a little bit loose, so I tightened it a little bit, and I tightened it a little bit too much. That's why I worked the hinge a little bit. I should go out there and yell at that dog, but I'm not positive if it's ours or not.
I looked up all the prices on the full kits in Agora, and they're anywhere between $1,400 and $1,500. Well, they're all $1,400 except for the Terminator. Terminator is $1,500.
I will tell you. Well, I was going to say, in the grand scheme of things, this screw head really doesn't matter, and the screw head knew what I was going to say, so it's like, I'm out. Oh wait, nope, there it is.
Ian says, just like the DeLorean hinge screws, yes, those were notorious for breaking, and the screw that held on the ignition box relay on the engine, that screw tend to shatter.
Well, I have to say, I've been very either lucky or skillful. I think lucky in all of the part works I've done. This is the first snap screw I've got.
Eric says he would like to get a Partworks model, but a PS5 is cheaper. It is. And just about as difficult to get. Actually, I've seen a lot of PS5s in the stores now. When I got mine, it was impossible. But that was last year. Don't have a PS5 to ship you, Eric. You got a half-built Eleanor.
Damn, where'd that screw go? You know, I'm sitting here not thinking this through. I have a screw that's magnetic, or screw head that's magnetic screwdriver, and I'm trying to put this thing in there with a pair of tweezers.
Why are you making your life harder?
Because I'm dumb. There. Nobody will ever know except me and everybody who watches this video. I guess that means I need to delete this video right now. Okay. Back to where I was. So an EM screw from the outside on both sides.
Eric says his game streams are more popular than the model streams. It's odd since modeling is the main focus. Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this to you, Eric, but I guess you now know what you're better at. I'm sorry, that was cold. You know, I just thought of what Eric could do on his odd day Wednesday.
What's that?
He could always go back to SnowRunner. He hasn't done that in a long time.
Just add it to his game rotation.
Yep. Hang on. I need to prop the hood up just a little bit. Let's see
Eric
if I can.
Says, that was brutal, Buck. Brutal.
So what?
Eric says that was brutal.
You're welcome, Eric. You know, I wouldn't say it if I didn't think it.
Oh. Eric says on Friday he's going to do R2 in the Eleanor.
Very
Excellent.
cool.
I should be able to do the Titanic on Friday. I got to get that Razor Crest off the desk, though. Dave says, nicely saved.
I agree. And I remember this was not playing nice with the other screws. Hang on. Well, there you go. Sometimes you're just a flippin' idiot.
It's just right over there.
No, what I'm looking at is I must have put these on opposite of what they're supposed to be, because this screw here that's on the inside is supposed to be on the outside. So I wonder. Rather than trying to take it out, and oh, by the way, the part that the screw that snapped off, yeah, it's on the part that I would have to take out to switch it around.
And did you glue it?
Yeah, the part that I just glued on. Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, it's okay. Hasn't really set. It's just half set. It's just sort of set.
It's set enough. It's set enough that.
Ian says, "Rut-row."
No rut-rows. Look at that. Let me shorten this screwdriver.
You just pull the linkage out, just swap it around?
Yeah, because that's what it was. The link is, I've got it backwards. This wider link is supposed to be on the inside. I just have to be careful that I do not snap off anything while I'm doing this. As a matter of fact, that one's already threaded. Let me double check. Yes, it's an EM screw. It's got one side already threaded, so I'm going to turn it around and thread the other side so that I don't inadvertently do something like snap the whole thing off. Look, Todd, just so that you're not worried, I'm going to do it on the cloth. It wouldn't do to have you worried that I'm going to stab myself there, Todd.
I'm not worried you're going to stab yourself. You stab yourself, I might laugh a little. Ian's hoping for it.
I know.
Ian says you're going for genuine British build quality.
What do you mean, backwards?
Weren't these buses made very well, or were they terrible? Were they known to be problematic?
I think they were, with as long as they were in service, I would think they were actually built pretty well. Come on, where you at? I might end up off camera. I don't mean to.
Ian says Lucas did the electrics.
Come on. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Now the real trick is going to be keeping the tape underneath here on both sides while I do the other side and the tape is not tall enough. So that I don't, while I'm doing one side, I don't want to snap off the other. Come on. And let's see. It's your home. Get into your home. I'm channeling my inner Happy Gilmore.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't a very good channeling. Go home, Screw. Or wait, is it Screw you go home?
Ian says, the price is wrong, Bob.
See?
Yep.
He knew what I was saying. You know, the only reason that Bob Barker agreed to star in that movie was to be able to beat up Adam Sandler. That was in his contract. Damn it. Come on.
Ian says everybody wanted to punch Adam Sandler in that era. I don't
Yeah.
disagree. Gilly says part work models are the devil.
Bobby Lou Shane. You're going to lose all your part work models. Wait, no, that doesn't work.
Hey, Donnie's here. He says, what do I miss?
I didn't bleed yet, Donnie, so you didn't miss that.
And Gordon's here. Hey, Gordon. Says he's
Gordon,
been busy
welcome.
spraying. Just done for now.
Ah, see? That's what I'm talking
What is
about.
that? It may be sharp, but that doesn't look very good. Oh, there we go.
Every time I switch over to the camera from a different one, that's what happens with the Cam Nova. I may have to actually get a decent one of them things. Echo, turn on patio lights.
Ian says, how's outs and your nice, refreshing H2O.
That's high quality H2O there.
Yeah.
Glacier water. It's still cold. And this being the glued screw, I think it worked out okay. So now let me take this one back out. What you did get in here in time for, Donnie, is to watch me take parts that I put together backwards and take them apart and put them on right. Oh, nice. You got them on StreamYards, but I didn't get, they're still on my channel. So give me just a second. That was close. I almost reported Gordon as pornography.
Don't do that.
No, I didn't. I just thought it was funny that I almost did it. Couple more there, Todd.
I got the ones that are in StreamYards.
Well, that's weird. It says try refreshing your page.
That's right. The
There's
YouTube stream is, you know, completely behind. Okay,
yeah, well, I see them in StreamYard. And I'm not going to try refreshing the page because if I refresh the page, then the stream stops and, you know, bad things could happen. Missed it. Ian's unhappy because that wasn't my finger. That was a good solid thud too.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that I started it with, I think. There we go. Because I don't want to have to put that much pressure on it. We'll get it all the way cranked down. Better. So now we get this screw back out. Let's see what I can do about putting this puppy together, or back together. Oh, first things first, turn over bus, otherwise you can't even see where you're trying to work.
Oh, see, now you're off camera.
Give me a second.
Yep.
See, the bad part is I almost can't see it where I'm at.
Donnie says, missed it by that much. Name the show.
I did. Name the show. That's easy. You want the movie or the TV show with Agent 99?
They both have the same title.
I know. That's why I gave him the choice that wasn't really a choice. Maybe we should make Eric name the show. What do you think the odds are that Eric knows the show?
You know, Eric should be your producer one day. It'd be interesting.
He would probably fall asleep. And then halfway through the end of the stream, he'd be like, "I'm awake." No way that went in there that easy.
Eric's laughing at us.
I know.
Or himself.
He's actually supposed to say, "I'm awake," not laugh.
Donnie says exactly.
Now let me see. Look at that. You can see those hinges working. And the one that broke off, the glue is working as well. What am I saying? Oh, sitting on the tape. So what time? 6:15.
Was that the end of the issue?
That is the end of issue 61.
Do another one.
I'm looking at the next one and I'm like, because this one has a lot of at the same time. Let me put all these extra screws away first. You do know what at the same time means, right?
Well, I don't multitask, so.
Well, at the same time always means you've got 7 things going on at once. Start one more. So what were those first screws? Oh, not the VMs. Those must be the CMs. Yeah. They may not have been, but they are now.
Christine says, "Go on, Buck. Do another issue."
I'm working on it. Let me put the screws away. And then I'll get out all those seats and start working on seats. No, the seats are already done. You notice the only person, or the one person who's really not saying anything is Dave, because he knows. He's like, I feel sorry for Buck. He's gonna do it. They're gonna coax him into doing it. This might actually, when I get these all put away and I start working on the next one, which is attaching the chassis, this might work out to be 2 stages. Which then is actually basically, because the seats are done for the 4 stages, that'll be those 4 done as well. Okay. Not gonna need the towel anymore, I don't think. This thing is quite huge. It's a little bit difficult to find a place to set it. Okay.
Donnie says you sound surprised that the hinges on a $1,600 model would actually work.
Well, Donnie, you weren't here for me breaking one of the hinges. Okay. For this right here, I'm not going to set it on the stand that I bought for it, but I'm going to show it and discuss it. And Ian's going to be like, ooh, ah, ooh, because Ian actually suggested this. Matter of fact, I'll demonstrate it. There it is. I was about to ask you where the control for my camera was.
Yeah.
So I could unzoom.
It's right over there. You need to zoom out a little.
Okay. Admiring my pajamas. So Ian suggested this, and it is for up to 1/10 scale. And I think it is quite nifty. Because what it is it gets it up off the evening, Kenneth.
He says, evening to you and I hope everyone is doing well, and you're all going to try to do the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean from Hachette Partworks. Happy Thanksgiving.
I might, if they come out with it from either Agora or Fan Home or D'Agostini. Hachette, unfortunately, we can't get here in the States.
Yeah, Agora. Didn't Agora say they have 2 or 3 models they're going to announce by the end of the year?
Yes.
I'm hearing that. So.
Well, I'm hoping they announce them soon because I have the last part of this is on its way, so I'm primed to start another model. But this is really awesome because it lets you turn it. Oh, sounds squeaky. Dave has a Lazy Susan that he puts his on. This one gives me plenty of room. I might actually, when it comes time to use it to put screws into the bottom. But for right now, let me get it out of the way. And I need to Loctite that one screw like Ian said.
Donnie says he can get $20 AMT models that break. It's not the model. It was Buck's strong forearms.
Yes.
Ian says just Loctite that screw and grease the threaded shaft. Ugh. Eric Glass.
Yep. Okay, so this has got a slide on here. And actually I've cheated, and this is where I've been storing the cab. So most of this I should be able to do pretty easily. It's just that all the screws go in from the bottom. And this is the first time that the hood's actually been, oh yeah, at the same time.
Oh, he's talking about the stand. Just Loctite the screw and grease the shafts. Gets rid of the squeaks.
Yeah.
And Kenneth says he finds it for $4.99 on a U.S. Hachette Partworks. I'm planning on getting it when I get his second check and he starts working again.
I didn't know Hachette had a USA site. Okay, I'm running down in the book. Just looking. Oh, long time ago, I taped the speaker wire to the bottom of the bus. And it now says run it out here.
See, he's blaming you. So it was the model. He's blaming the model.
Yeah, it was the model. Couldn't have been me. Okay, so this. I know this is one of the at the same time parts. Let me work from the back. Okay, so it says position the bus body. Move this close this little window that popped up. It was in my way. Ensuring 3 tabs on the rear door wall fit over the sockets in the chassis. 16A. Okay, they're in the right place. They're just not going down. That's nice. I'm gonna have to sneak some glue in there because these are popping up. Stay. Don't break that off. At the same time, check the position of the raised screw socket on the underside of floor panels 43 and 40. 43A and 42A. 4 on each side, which fits into the socket on either side of the frames. That's what's holding it up. They're all, I just knocked that part loose, damn it. These are all holding too far back. Okay, let me turn this around. It's too far back, too far to the right. That was Murphy. You know what? I'm trying to remember. I now know. Oh yeah, especially with how that just popped. So I now understand why Dave said to do this with this back wall off, because you can't see anything here. And the back wall is actually keeping it from going all the way down where it needs to. So when in doubt, do what Dave said. Because as soon as this wall is off, I bet you this thing pops down like nobody's business. Let me get this up underneath here so that I don't accidentally drop it on that piece of the wall back here and snap that off. Pull this wire back out. Set this off to the side and drop a remote. And wheel this back in here, and this should now fit. Because I know I've had it completely on. Had it completely on without that back wall, and that without that back wall, it gives me a spot where I can push.
Kenneth says, do it the right way, like Todd and Buck have shown us in their videos and live stream. Dave's like the professional, though. He's Mr. Routemaster. So he's got all the tips and tricks for sure. That's DS Models Vintage channel. He's built like 5 of these, I think.
Something like that.
Or he's working on his 5th one.
He's got a bunch of these, I know that. Make sure that wire is up inside. I had it down most of the way. Damn it. You see the hood actually a little bit in the way. And let me read through these. 4 each frames. Same time, make the cables, make sure the cables are good. Line the peg on the heating line. Huh. I think I just found out what my entire problem is, why I won't go on.
What's that?
There's a peg under here.
Yeah, Ed. Dave just said red pipe under the hood.
Yep, that's exactly it. Right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Right here, this pipe needs to go in a hole underneath there.
Is that a soft pipe or is it?
It's hard plastic.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
It's the heating pipe. And it is in a really tough place to get to at all. Oh, and I see what's happening is as I set the chassis down, it's catching.
You just kind of pull it out and tuck it in the hole or something?
Yeah, there's a hole in the cab. Oh, it's perfect. It's lined up now. Of course, the blue cable was...
Ian says, tuck it behind.
So I'm going to take this blue cable here so that it's inside where it should be. Going in.
Good luck. Dave also says the rear mud guards. Might be, I'm guessing that's another thing that gets in the way.
Rear wheels. It's actually not going far enough forward yet. Something is blocking it from moving forward.
Schuhman's here. Hey, Schuhman.
Hey, Schuh.
Ian's calling you Buck, the bus gynecologist.
Rock steady, baby. Come on.
Dave says the tabs on top of the rear mud guards.
Yeah.
Got them?
On top of the wheel wells. I see that the tab is right here, and it is literally about 1/8 of an inch further forward than it should be. So hang on. Going on the side. Gently. Damn screwdriver. Oh. I don't know if that's in the hole, but it's where it's going to go. The whole thing just needs to shift a little bit to the front.
Ian says this almost seems worse than the DeLorean.
Well, see, that's the thing, Ian, is I've had it on here before. It actually fits pretty snugly and pops down, and that is probably it right there. And I'm going to take this back off. Sounded like it was all the way on. Damn it. Okay, that's where it's hanging up on. It is the wall in the front here, which I believe just popped in perfect. Not quite. There's a tab in the driver's cab that's supposed to sink into this wall. I don't think it is. Oof. Nope, that's not happening with this one, Donnie.
No, you're not getting pissed? Give up?
Nope, not gonna give
Good.
up on this one.
Nice.
Make sure.
Ian says time for the hammer. Well, that whole assembly is mostly plastic, isn't it? Just do some flexing.
A good portion of the body is, yes.
Yeah.
And I know I've had these things in the sockets before. Now what it's time to do is move a bunch of this stuff out of the way up there so I can actually look at it from the very front. Oh, it's hitting the monitor. Damn. No shaving cream. Okay, at least that's the screw points straight down. I just popped off a light.
Is it fixable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the screw is straight down, and if I have to, I can super glue it. Okay, that's on there.
Eric says there's never enough room, is there, Buck?
Nope.
Donnie says the way you're grunting, he thinks you're about to have a bus hernia.
I'm gonna have a burnia. It is literally just right there.
Yeah, Dave says you need the length of a football pitch for this monster to work on it.
You do.
It's such a big model.
That's what's awesome about it.
I wonder, is it longer? I know it's taller for sure. I mean, it's the tallest model part work, all of them. But is it longer than the Ecto 1? Or is the Ecto 1 a little longer?
That's actually, I'm thinking about doing that there, Ian. It's going to be close to, not longer, the same length as the Ecto.
Dave said it's 27.5 inches long. And the Ecto is 31 inches long. So the Ecto's a little longer. My God, how's that going to fit on my desk? We need just bigger workshops. We all need a Steve Maker's Cave.
Yep. So just to see. No, that ain't there. There's no way that's gonna reach there. The problem is too when I lay it over on the side.
You would like to know why it looks like a fire truck, because he hasn't added the upper deck yet. But it does right now. Kind of does. Eric says we should all move in with Steve. I agree. He said he had 9 rooms in that thing. We can all take one.
So there's the problem, is every time I move it this way or the other, when I lay it over on the side, everything shifts. So, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Maybe, just maybe. No. So that's the thing, is if I can get one screw to start, it means that
Ian says it looks like a red school bus of misery right now.
It is a red school bus.
Schumann agrees we should all move into Steve's place.
Come on, baby, catch. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the way it goes. Well, Todd? Look, I have a screw started.
Good.
Which means I can turn it around and find out that I've got 4 pinched cables. Matter of fact, cut one of them right off. Not really, but if I can do the same on this side, I should be home free.
Ian never wants to hear those noises coming out of you ever again. And Shu says you're about to light a cigarette, so.
Well, there you go. Oh, yeah. Just about to lose a screwdriver.
Oh, and Steve is here. Hi, Steve. He says, after we talked on the stream yesterday, he ordered a camera boom arm for the electronics area. Excellent. You can have just cameras all over the place. It'll be like, what was that house called? Brother's house? Big Brother?
Yeah.
Real World? There's cameras everywhere. Dave's laughing. Eric says, nice, Steve. Wait a minute, didn't he say he's got cameras laying everywhere? Why do you have to order a camera? Oh, he just ordered the boom for the camera. Gotcha. And a wireless HDMI to get the video to the ATEM Mini. Wireless HDMI. Oof. Couldn't just run a cable?
I forget. Do we have anybody on HTM streaming tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I don't think so. But no, maybe Eric.
Well, yeah, during the day. I'm talking about at night because this might end up being a two-parter. I may come back after this thing tomorrow.
Oh. Well, once you attach this, is that the end of the stage? Is there more to it?
I think there's a little bit more to it.
Oh. Ian says instead of hearing Snooky make noises, we get to hear Buck moaning. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
And Steve said he could, but what fun is that? Yeah, well, that's, you know what? He's trying to eliminate cables. Okay.
Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, yeah. Those are happy noises.
Is that what happy noises sound like?
Yes. Where's my extension to the screwdriver? It's over there. Ha! Beat you to it.
Gotcha.
Now, once I get these screws all started, it's gonna go back and say, at the same time, do this. And I'm gonna be like, but I can't anymore.
Ian says he's got to run. His wife's got her arm stuck in the garbage disposal again. Okay. Well, take care, Ian.
Take care and tell her not to do that. That's bad.
Steve said, alrighty, guys, you popped in to say hi, leaving the agency to head home, hour drive. See you, Steve. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see, how many likes do we have? Your channel has 4 likes.
4? I only see 3.
Well, I just added one.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Let's go over to this one. Let's see what we got. I'll make that from 3. There you go.
Well, that was bad. This is a little bit stronger than I thought.
Yeah, didn't he warn you about that piece? Like being super careful with it?
I didn't mean to, but I just drug it on the tabletop.
Everybody's saying drive safe, Steve. Yes. Shu says just don't turn it on. I think he's talking about the garbage disposal.
Oh, yeah. That would be a really bad thing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Hopefully only another 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. That's not good. There we go. That's better. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't even know what you did.
This just went doink. It was poked up. I'll have to look at that in a minute. Okay, so GM screws here in the back. Oh wait, I don't have that part on right now.
I agree, Shu. This is nothing like that popping sound. Yeah. Plastic scraping on plastic.
Let me make sure I got all the at the same times. I did. I got all the at the same times. That's good. So now, pick this puppy up. Oh, Jesus. Knock one of the lights with it.
And it's only going to get heavier.
Yeah, but this should be the last time it has to go on its side, I hope. Okay, there's that one. That one's in. It's not down all the way yet. This one goes in here. Hopefully, should go in there with no problem. That's not a problem. That was the plastics popping down to the screw. Actually, the screw did not go in. Pardon me while I stick my fat head in the way. Oh no, what is not catching? That looks like one there. Looks like it's a screw hole. I don't know for sure if it is. Come down. This is the time that I find out that I'm missing a cable. Something is blocking it right here. I think I actually chewed up the plastic to where this is not going to catch and dig in.
Use a fatter screw. That's what I always say.
You got to get this one out first.
Yeah. You going to do the fingernail trick?
Trying. Got it. Oh yeah. Did some serious removal of plastic in there. Come on. What I used instead was a longer screw. Okay, let me flip this sucker over on its wheels. It's got a little bit of warpage on the floor. Nothing that you're ever going to see. That seam looks good. All the wires are sticking out the way they're supposed to. Take them all down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got, okay, I have 7 screws. IP right there. I don't have that screw. I'm probably off screen with where I'm working right now. The IP screw is right there. That's where it belongs. And before I do that, shiftage, nice shocks. IP was what I just used on that one that wasn't going in, or that was stripped out.
This is 2 fairly in-depth stages, doing all that work for the hood and then getting these together.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. And the thing is, there's actually 2 stages getting this together.
It's crazy.
What'd you say? Head?
Yeah, you saw my head. Yep. Got your head.
There's that thing. Found it. What I was looking for. You were right, Todd. It was just over there.
It was right there the whole time.
Uh-huh. That's just like the whole old thing about why is everything always in the last place you look? You know why that is, right, Todd?
Well, you stop looking.
Exactly. Why would you be looking for it anymore once you find it?
That's right.
There we go. You're not catching yet. I think this is where the wall needs to go back in, because the wall has some screws that go down on the bottom of the go to the floor. So, well, I am concerned if I damage anything under the bottom of the bus. I'm not that concerned because only Eric would pick it up and look underneath.
What?
That's wrong, man.
What does this mean from Ian? He says, false alarm. She was shopping for a Keurig for my parents for Christmas. Is that just a sound she made?
Apparently.
The price of a Keurig? Sounds like her arm in a garbage disposal. Jeez.
Come on, baby, get back on there. You know Ian's only here for the sound effects.
We're all here for that.
You know, I suppose I could probably take off my headlight since I'm not using it anymore. It's still on. It was still turned on, but I'm not using it.
It's keeping your hair stylish.
Exactly. Not too happy with the way that catches there. I just tried the hood. The hood catches pretty badly.
Oh, the good OBGYNs wear a headlight, yeah.
Had to grab a fresh beer. In reality, just like alarming everyone.
With his wife screaming across the room. Or across the house.
Yep. Okay. That sounded bad.
What was that?
That was actually this socket drop popping down to where I needed it on the other side. It sounded bad. It wasn't. This was popped up still a little bit. And that was the socket in here in this hole that I'm putting a screw into, popping down into the metal. I'm going to have to do the same thing on the other side. See, now that's actually tightening up.
He says the hood catching on the driver's window screw. Take that screw out. From Dave.
Yep.
The hood catching on the driver's window screw.
Yeah, he's talking about when I said that the hood, when I open it,
yeah,
it's dragging, and I didn't like it. And that's exactly what it is it's that driver's window screw on the bottom. Just take it out and it won't won't catch anymore.
Yeah. Ian calls you the bus spelunker. Dave also says the top of the mid guards screw too. Top of the mud guards.
Oh yeah. I know what he's talking about. That's what's stopping this one. There we go. That's beautiful. Thank you, Dave. Dave is like Todd when was working on the Enterprise. Okay, come on, get in that. You know those little short stubby screwdrivers? Yeah, it wouldn't reach to here, I don't think. Ones that they provide. I'm sorry I'm off screen, but I can't help it. Not quite ready to start wearing a GoPro on my forehead while I build a model.
Ian says, don't insult Dave like that.
What? Saying that he's yeah, I know what you're saying, Ian. Okay, JP there, JP there. Wait a minute, what goes on the bottom of the bus? GM. Not the bottom of the bus, the bottom of the wall, the back wall. So I'm going to get these last 5 screws done, and then I'm going to call it for tonight. I really think I'm going to do this, finish stage 62 and do 63 tomorrow.
I love it. A part 2.
Yep. Okay, this is going to, hang on. Almost forgot metal, or what metal? Oil, because it's a metal screw. Yeah, so the screws that I'm working on right now, off screen, I know, they are for the back wall.
Gilly looks like he's taken off. He says, guys, have a good night. Good stream, Buck.
Thanks, Gilly. Now the screws I'm putting in right now hold the back wall to the bottom of the chassis.
You still haven't attached that big assembly yet, right? The one with the stairs? Is that what's...
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was almost bad. The blue and white wire I've been talking about all night. Yeah, I just about cut it off. And that's an important wire because that one's no oil on this screw, dumbass. I'm sorry. That one's the speaker.
Oh, that sound. Oh,
that's the plastic.
I know.
Okay. These last two that go into the wheel wells. The JP and the JP. And that's awesome. That is actually the end of the stage.
Ian says that sounds painful. Yes. It's that gritting sound. You ever pull a wool sweater out of the dryer when it's not dry? Oh.
Yeah.
Through your whole body you feel it.
Okay. Come on, go. There we go. I do talk dirty to my models when I'm not on the stream.
You bad model.
You bad. Okay. Oof. Oh. Ah. I did not know what just fell. Pretty sure it was I lost a screw out of the bottom somewhere.
Good thing you have lots more. Ian says the creaking of that plastic is the thing of nightmares. Yeah.
Okay. It was the IP screw that goes in right here. Oh no. I actually broke that tab. It may or may not grab at all. Oops. Yeah, that snapping earlier on this side was this tab snapping off.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. But I'm going to see if I can get a screw to get into any of it.
Ian says you sound like a pro female tennis player in a hard match.
Yeah, that tab is toast.
Toast.
The screw's not going to do anything.
It may not matter, really. Yeah.
No,
Dave says, yep, end of stage. Well done, mate. It's the hardest stage for a while. Very well done.
And it was an IP screw that fell off right here. And with these bottom screws, I'm sitting here. I was, grunting and groaning, trying to get them in, realizing that there's a metal framework that goes over top of this whole assembly, which will then hold the whole thing together.
Yeah, and that's the interior layer, right? There's a exterior metal layer and a frame that's gonna cover that whole thing. I don't know that that's necessarily that.
Yeah, there's a metal frame that goes over top of it.
Yeah, and then a skin. Like you'll just never notice that pin's gone. Ian says time for super glue, and Shu says glue and duct tape. I don't think it's gonna be that important.
No, it's not. Once the metal frame goes over top. Wow. I know it's over there, but where over there?
Over there.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna need this screwdriver anyway tomorrow. Out there. So like Dave said, let's remove this screw. If I can get it to catch.
Dave says, don't worry about the odd screws so long as 90% of them are in. It's okay as the metal frame will hold it all together.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Terminator and the bolts, the couple of bolts that I had to fall out of it.
Well, there's a lot of parts of the Terminator that hold on with one screw, so you got to be careful with that one. Christine says, great stream. Well done, Buck. Good night, everybody. Good night, Christine.
Good night, Christine, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Don't forget to like on your way out.
Let me put that thing back in because the best way to get it out is going to be to lift the hood first. There we go. I couldn't get it to come out because I couldn't get my finger all the way in there. What's funny is this now looks like a American school bus.
Yeah. I think apparently we're talking to people as the channel, which I'm assuming is Eric on the HTM account. He's saying night to Chris. Shu says good night to Chris. And Ian says it's 2 a.m. in the UK right now. I think, yeah, maybe 1 o'clock.
Well, see, Eric he's watching from Hobby Time Modeler's channel. Since he's the owner, when he chats, it'll come out as Hobby Time Modelers.
Yep.
Okay, it was caught in the plastic. Much more better.
Yeah, I figured. Eric is HTM basically. Dave said he's taking off, so that means you have to quit. You're done for the night. He says, I'm going to. See you later. Good night, everybody. Good night, Dave. Thanks for your help.
Good night, guys. And tomorrow, probably tomorrow during the day sometime, I will put this light back on. I'll probably just glue it back on.
And Ian says, so many good one-liners out of Buck tonight. Oh, yeah.
Of course.
He was going full prenatal care on this thing.
Hey, I have birthed a bus. Yeah, did you see actually, Todd, how it looks like a school bus?
It does. Especially when you have it on the side of the camera.
Matter of fact, let me see. Let me switch real quick.
Ian says Buck can only build this thing while Dave is awake. That's very true. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. That is full-on school bus.
It does look like a school bus. A lot. Even with that curved roof up front.
Yep.
It does. It looks like a little red short bus.
Yep. All right. So let me switch over.
Eric says, great stream.
Okay. So that's it for tonight. I actually went a little bit longer than I planned on. Wow, I am way out of focus. I know what's causing that. Hang on. It's the lack of goofy hat.
A bus for Eric. The little red short bus. Gee, Shu. Eric, what do you think about that? And Ian says it just needs the yellow flashing lights, right? Somebody could convert this. Just take the roof platform, skip the whole second floor, just put the roof platform on. You're all set.
Yep. Except for you'd have to finish out the front. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Not 100% sure. I will know by the time I get off work tomorrow. Watch to see if I stream again tomorrow. I may stream tomorrow or it may be Wednesday, but I will be working on the bus again this week because I am loving the way this came together. Managed to get stages 61 and 62 done. Got 63 for tomorrow, and then 64 and 65 are already done. So 66 will be the next one. Will be next Monday or sometime this weekend. Have a great day. Have a great tomorrow. Like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.